Success stories often begin in places no one dares to look. In dirty subway bathrooms, on cold city sidewalks, in the hopelessness of a broken dream. But for Chris Gardner, success didn't just begin in darkness, it was forged in it. Born into poverty in Milwaukee, Chris grew up surrounded by violence, alcoholism, and instability. His stepfather beat him and his mother. Home was not a place of safety, it was a battlefield. And yet, deep inside, Chris made himself a silent promise. I will never become like them. As Chris grew older, he chased stability. He worked hard, hospital jobs, medical equipment sales, but nothing clicked. Money slipped away like water through open fingers. Then one day, standing outside a shiny red Ferrari, Chris asked the owner, "What do you do?" The man smiled and replied, "I'm a stockbroker." At that moment, Chris saw a glimpse of a future he never thought possible. He decided to chase this new dream. Chris applied for stockbroker internships, unpaid, competitive, ruthless. But just as he stepped forward, life shoved him back. His marriage crumbled, his wife left, he was evicted. At 30 years old, Chris Gardner found himself homeless, with a toddler son clutched tightly to his chest. Every day, Chris worked tirelessly at his unpaid internship. Every night, he searched for a safe place for his son to sleep. Sometimes it was a shelter, sometimes it was a bathroom stall. He hid the pain behind a brave smile, telling his son, "Everything's gonna be okay." Even when he had no idea how, slowly, one sale at a time, one cold call after another, Chris began to rise. His hunger, his desperation, his fierce love for his son fueled him beyond exhaustion. And then one day, the call came. "Chris, congratulations. You got the job. A full-time stockbroker, a real paycheck, a real future." From that first real job, Chris Gardner rose to become a millionaire. He opened his own brokerage firm, Gardner Rich & Company. He inspired millions. He stood as living proof that the past does not define the future, and that no matter how deep the darkness, the human spirit can burn brighter. Chris Gardner's story is not just about success, it's about love, about grit, about believing in a future you can't see yet, and fighting for it with everything you have. Remember, where you are today does not define where you can be tomorrow. Sometimes rock bottom isn't the end. It's the beginning of something extraordinary. Start where you are. Use what you have. Do what you can. Subscribe for more true life stories that inspire.